So much has been said about the market slowing down, maybe even about to crash. And honestly, I want everybody to just know that that is not the case. We're not experiencing a market crash. We are experiencing a market change, a market normalization, maybe even. And it's even too early to say that it's even a normalization. Never is the Silicon Valley market normal anyway. What I will tell you is this: year over year, prices have been on an upward trajectory. December of last year up until late March of this year, it really spiked. And yes, it probably went up a little bit too high and is now coming down somewhat, but it's not really prices are coming down so much as some houses at the very tail end of that sold at a really high peak price that was probably unsustainable. And as a result, the more recent sales that are gonna come quickly after that may be a little bit lower. That's not the same thing as prices coming down. The other thing I wanna caution you, when you're looking at the list price of a house, and then you see on Zillow that a house is listed at 1.499 million, and then a week later, or 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks later, that house hasn't sold, and now it's listed at 1.399. That does not mean that the house is worth $100,000 less than it was a month ago. It doesn't mean that the market is going down. What that means is, in that case, and in many other cases, the seller or the seller's agent or a combination of the two made a mistake as to what they originally listed the property for. And so now they're adjusting it to what the market is telling them it's worth. The house was probably worth the 1.4, or maybe it's worth the 1.5, but in that market, listing at true market value was a mistake. The long and the short, sort of the summary of this all, is that the market's slowing down. Houses are taking longer to sell today than they would have taken 3 months ago, or 2 months ago, or even 30 days ago. But that doesn't mean that they're going down. It just means that that peak overshot the mark by some amount, and now we're just readjusting down to what it should have been in the first place. So these are all things that are going on in the market. I know it sounds super confusing, but at the end of the day, the market is not crashing. If you want more details about your particular house, just give me a call or send me a text.